Despite reserving a roster spot for Caitlin Clark, Indiana Fever guard, she reportedly will not be joining the new Unrivaled 3v3 basketball league in January. Unrivaled revealed the rosters for its 6 teams on Wednesday morning, announcing 34 out of 36 total players. There are currently 2 remaining wildcard slots in the league, with 1 spot presumably set aside for Clark in case of a change of heart. The league was initially planned to accommodate 30 spots, however, a surge in investment led to an expansion to 36 spots. The games will be broadcast on both TNT and Max. However, Clark has declined a reported $1 million offer from ESPN to prioritize rest and stepping away from the limelight during her first WNBA offseason. The 22-year-old has been consistently in the spotlight for the past 12 months. Clark set a new all-time NCAA scoring record during her time at Iowa and went on to guide the Hawkeyes to the national championship game in March. Shortly after, she was chosen as the first overall pick by the Fever in the 2024 WNBA draft and swiftly led the team to the playoffs for the first time in 8 years. She was awarded the league's Rookie of the Year honor for her impressive performance. Despite making only 1 public appearance at the Annika LPGA Pro-Am tournament this offseason, Clark has maintained a low profile. When questioned by the Indianapolis Star last month about her potential involvement with Unrivaled, she responded, "We will wait and observe to determine the outcome. I am unsure. We are open to the possibility of Caitlin Clark joining our league at some point in the future," stated Alex Basil, the esteemed president of the league, who hinted that the 2 extra wildcard spots were reserved in anticipation of her potential interest. "We will always make sure there is a spot available for Caitlin Clark," he assured Sportico. "We are not implementing a full-court press in the traditional sense that many may assume. She is aware that there is a place reserved for her whenever she decides to join." Several of Clark's past and present teammates will be participating in the 3v3 league. Kate Martin played alongside Clark for 4 seasons at Iowa and will now be joining forces with Kelsey Plum and Alyssa Thomas at the Laces Basketball Club. Aaliyah Boston, from the Indiana Fever, is set to team up with Erika Goombawale and Ryan Howard at the Vinyl Basketball Club, led by former Chicago Sky coach Teresa Witherspoon. According to a report on Wednesday, Caitlin Clark has no plans to take her skills to South Beach. The WNBA superstar was actively courted by the innovative Unrivaled League, scheduled to kick off in Miami on January 17. Despite the unveiling of the rosters for the 6 teams on Wednesday without Clark's name, fans remained hopeful that the Indiana Fever star would join last minute, as 2 wildcard spots were still available to complete the roster of 36 players. The hopes of fans were quickly diminished when ESPN reported on Wednesday night that the 22-year-old had decided not to participate in the inaugural season of the 3-on-3 league. The breakaway league had made a significant effort to entice Clark to join, offering a reported $1 million to sign. The young Indiana Fever rookie sensation played a pivotal role in increasing the popularity of the WNBA this year, leading to record-breaking viewer and attendance numbers. Unrivaled had envisioned that enticing Clark to join the team during the offseason would yield a comparable outcome. Clark had consistently refrained from committing to the prospect of joining the league established by WNBA players Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier. Although she had mentioned her reluctance to engage in off-season competitions, she also did not entirely reject the idea. Clark informed Indy Star and ESPN in a recent interview that he will wait and see. "I am uncertain about that at the moment." In the meantime, Clark has been enjoying her off-season by taking to the golf course and participating in 2 Pro-Am competitions. This relaxation comes after a busy schedule with Iowa and her debut season in the WNBA with the Fever. Basketball enthusiasts were frustrated with the league on Wednesday as Clark, despite numerous hints, was not included in any of the 6 teams. Despite expectations, fans were disappointed to find Clark's absence from the list on Wednesday. One fan commented, "Unrivaled stretched this out unnecessarily for clicks only to unveil 2 unnamed wildcards. Exceedingly exasperating. Caitlin will not be participating in the league. Due to time constraints and player availability, they are teasing content in order to maintain engagement with their fans." Unrivaled hinted at a significant revelation about Clark earlier today. The league has shared a pre-written message on its official page instructing followers to share it with their employers and reminding them to tune in for the club selection show on Wednesday at 11 a.m. EST. The form letter, adorned with the State Farm Auto Insurance logo, subtly teased the latest player added to the roster, which already features WNBA standouts like Brittany Griner, Tiara McCowan, and Aaliyah Boston from Clark's Indiana Fever team. The letter starts off with the salutation: "Dear management, an ordinary Wednesday in November holds significant importance for fans of women's professional basketball. In this letter, Unrivaled introduces the number 22, which corresponds to Clark's jersey at Iowa and with the Fever. Please excuse, blank space, from 11 a.m. to 11:22 a.m. Please tune in to watch Unrivaled's basketball club selection, sponsored by State Farm, on ET. It's worth noting that Clark is not the only potential candidate to consider based on the current information available. A'ja Wilson, a three-time league MVP, holds the number 22 position in Las Vegas. In addition, Wilson has a separate agreement in place with State Farm. Unrivaled, a recently launched 3-on-3 startup basketball league, announced its 6 rosters on Wednesday, with a hint of anticipation lingering. Out of the 36 available spots, 34 have already been claimed by players, while the remaining 2 slots are designated for wildcards yet to be selected. Unrivaled has yet to reveal the 2 players who will fill those spots, but speculation is pointing towards Caitlin Clark due to her standout rookie season in the WNBA. Joining Unrivaled would not mean Clark leaving the WNBA. The league is abundant with top-tier WNBA talent, including players like Angel Reese, Brittany Griner, Breanna Stewart, and Napheesa Collier. Clark is poised to potentially join this elite group. Learn more about Clark's exceptional status following the player selections on Wednesday. Out of Unrivaled's 36 players, 34 have been revealed and listed on a team roster, with the exception of Clark. According to Michael Voepel of ESPN, Clark will not be involved in Unrivaled for its first season. Additionally, 2 of Unrivaled's 6 teams currently have open wildcard spots on their rosters, as they only have 5 players each out of the required 6. The league is seeking the best players to fill the remaining slots, which as of Wednesday, are still vacant. Clark has the potential to formally commit to joining the enterprise established by Stewart and Collier. However, according to Voepel's report, it is unlikely to be the case. Despite staying active in the WNBA offseason and earning a substantial amount through various endorsement deals, joining Unrivaled provides Clark with an opportunity to stay sharp, gain 3-on-3 experience, and earn extra income during the extended break between WNBA seasons. Clark had a demanding basketball season from 2023 to 2024, moving swiftly from a national championship game at Iowa to the WNBA court with the Fever within a span of 6 weeks in the spring. She is poised to enjoy some much-needed rest during the offseason, to the dismay of Unrivaled. Unrivaled has officially announced their highly anticipated rosters on Wednesday, with 2 spots intentionally left vacant for wildcards. This signifies that the final 2 slots are still available for selection. President of Basketball Operations Luke Cooper, an unrivaled figure in the industry, provided insight into the wildcard spots during Wednesday's roster selection. Cooper emphasized that these spots will give 2 teams the opportunity to bring in new talent, stating, "It's going to lead to 2 teams having an ability to go sign someone." Cooper emphasized that, despite the wildcard situation not being a content play, the primary goal remains to fill those spots with top-tier players. While Clark may be a suitable candidate, negotiations and mutual agreement are essential to finalize any deal. If Clark is interested in joining the league, it seems unlikely that Unrivaled would not have accommodated her by securing a spot on one of the 2 rosters with a wildcard position. The Lunar Owls Basketball Club and Phantom Basketball Club have secured the wildcard spots. According to Michael Voepel, Caitlin Clark, a standout player for the Indiana Fever, has chosen not to participate in Unrivaled, the 3-on-3 women's professional basketball league. Clark's refusal to accept the offer deals a significant setback to the fledgling organization, which was established by Breanna Stewart and Napheesa Collier. After years of preparation, the highly anticipated Unrivaled event is scheduled to commence in January. The recently established league unveiled the team rosters on Wednesday, providing WNBA players with a domestic option for the offseason as an alternative to playing overseas. Collier stated earlier this year that in the past, traveling abroad during the offseason was the primary choice for many individuals. This perspective is now evolving, offering a new alternative. Playing overseas can be a valuable opportunity for certain players, however, it should not be the sole pursuit for earning money, improving skills, and advancing in basketball. Unrivaled reportedly made an aggressive effort to recruit Clark, offering a salary exceeding $1 million for the 8-week season. The reason for Clark's refusal remains uncertain, however, she recently finished an intense marathon of competing in both an NCAA and WNBA season within a span of less than 12 months. With Clark's reported absence, the league will now focus on filling its final 2 spots with other candidates. The original intention was to assemble 30 of the most elite professional female basketball players, however, this changed in October. In a statement on March 31, Collier announced that the league had exceeded its financial projections, enabling it to increase the number of players in the inaugural season to 36. As of now, only 34 players have been officially confirmed. The grand premiere is scheduled for January. The season will run for a duration of 8 weeks, during which games will be scheduled on Monday, Friday, and Saturday evenings. While the league format consists of 3-on-3 gameplay, matches will take place on a full court that is slightly smaller in size. The games will be divided into 4 quarters, each lasting 7 minutes. The complete set of regulations has not been published yet, however, Collier stated that it will resemble traditional basketball with increased spacing. Alongside the league matches, there will be a one-on-one tournament in February offering a $250,000 award to the champion. The precise salaries were not revealed, but every player participating in the first season will earn at least 6 figures and obtain ownership stake in the league. Women's sports are experiencing significant growth, with widespread benefits for all involved except the female athletes themselves. Our goal is to address this disparity, while also working towards creating generational wealth for these women, Collier explained during an interview with We Need to Talk in the previous year. Our goal from the start was to establish a league based on the principle that players should receive compensation and ownership that align with their value.